You didn't slide in.
I didn't slide in. I was in the mood to slide today. Sorry. Did I disappoint?
Nah.
There's always next time.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Jay-Z Crazy. Been gone for a couple weeks longer than I planned on. Just not feeling well, not feeling up to it. So if I ever go away for an extended amount of time, you can just assume that I'm feeling like shit. I'll be back eventually. Okay, so I'm back. On the last show, in an attempt to keep people tuned in, instead of zipping away in 30 seconds, I showed a number, if you remember. I showed it very quickly. Lisa watched the video later and said, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, because you did it so fast.
She didn't see it because I did it so quickly. But one of you had an astute eye.
And they paused it and replayed it.
I don't know what they did.
Paused it and replayed it, and paused it, replayed it, paused it, replayed it.
But it was a longtime viewer, and I said whoever can see that number can ask any question they want. Whatever it is, they can ask.
Or if they want you to say something.
Or if they want me to say a message to somebody, give me a message, and I'll give it to somebody on Jay-Z Crazy right now. Well, I had a longtime viewer who didn't really have a question for me, but they had a message for you.
If this concerns private stuff, I will be pissed.
Nothing private about it.
Oh boy, is this public stuff? Don't be pissed.
No, it's a message. It's not information.
Is it a message? Oh God, they're going to...
Somebody didn't look you up and try to figure out where you went to school.
No, that's not what I meant.
Or anything.
I meant like they were going to come find me and stab me.
Well, that may happen at some point. I mean, I'm really not in control of that one.
Yes, you are. This is your show.
I mean, there are multiple cameras. There's probably about 20 cameras in this building where we are.
That won't stop them.
We have 7 cameras just in our space in this very large apartment. And
that won't stop them.
But they'll be on video.
They don't
so
care.
You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Oh, I'm worried because
the cops would trace them like that.
But what could that do if I was dead?
Can't help that one. So anyway, getting back.
What's the message?
To the message. It's really kind of an important message. It is. It's from a longtime viewer, Morgan Man, 1975.
God.
Ready?
Go on.
So he didn't have a message for me. It was for you. It's a very nice one. Would you like to read it, or you want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
Which one?
I want to see this.
Do you want me to read it to you first?
No.
I'll read it to you first.
I said no. Why you ask me if you're not going to hand it to me?
He says, I want to say, Lisa, will you marry me?
Here
it is.
I don't know who that guy is, and why does he want me to marry him?
He's been watching for years. He likes you. He's built up a relationship in his head with you.
With me?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it says. He wants you to marry him. Here's your proposal. Do with it what you would like. I guess you respond to Morgan Man.
Why does he want me to marry him? You, sir, are the winner? You think he gets to have me? Is that what you just said?
Oh, yeah, that's what I responded. I responded, you, sir, are the winner. No, I just meant from this little contest thing. I can't even call it a contest. But out of everybody who got to pick a number, he was the one.
Oh, my goodness.
He was the first. I think he was the only one. Because when people saw that he won, they said, well, why even try? This guy got it. Morgan Man got it. So there you go. And he decided with his one message. Yeah, he's from Wisconsin. He decided with his one message, he was going to give you a proposal.
Of marriage.
So when will you be moving out? Because obviously you won't be here anymore. You will be moving to Wisconsin. So when should we start moving your shit out?
I hope you...
I can get started on that later.
Why are you
Do you have some extra boxes? Because, I'm more than happy to help. I'm just a helpful person.
Oh my God, this is insane. I usually get these, outside and like when I'm just out at the store.
Well,
This
guess
is
what? Now you got a different way to get them. People just go through me to ask you. So now you have the proper thing to do would be to respond to Morgan Man. Go ahead.
Morgan Man.
Now be nice because
Wait.
he's been watching for years.
I'm not finished. Morgan Man.
Don't let him down.
Morgan Man.
Please don't let him down. I like I said, I have boxes. I can start packing stuff away.
I regret to inform you.
No, I don't like the way that sounds. And I know he doesn't like the way that sounds. Don't ruin it. I said I would start helping you pack.
I will build a section.
Wisconsin is a very nice place.
will-
I'm just asking you, please.
I will
Please think about this before you hastily answer in a way that will result in you not moving your shit out.
I will create a clone of myself and send her in my stead.
We'll send her to your stead.
I said I will.
What the hell kind of language is that?
I will create a clone of myself.
That I understood. What was the
and
next
I will
part?
send her in my stead. Meaning, instead of me going, she will
Why don't
go.
you just say instead of? What kind of English,
that's-
old school English are you
That's
using?
proper English. I will send her. In
This
my
is the
stead.
year 2024. You
So-
don't have to use old school 1700s English.
Sure, why not? It's proper.
There's no clone.
How about this? I don't.
I
have-
will make clone boxes to put your clone shit in as we clone pack you. So you can
That doesn't.
move to clone Wisconsin.
That does not make sense.
Okay.
A box will be sent to him with a makeshift human. How about that?
Don't you take it as a great compliment that he wants you to marry him?
I'm confused why he would want to marry me, but
Why not? Why are you confused? You're beautiful. You have a good personality. He sees that in you. Well, he doesn't see you because, you know, you're just weird like that. But he can hear you and he likes your personality. He likes your nonstop laughter at nothing. So it's these qualities that Morgan Man likes in a woman, and you're her.
okay. Well, thank you, Morgan Man.
So you accept.
No,
Sorry.
I can't answer the question.
Oh, so it's not a no.
It's not a no, and it's not.
There's
a,
hope.
There's not a.
There's
no.
hope. Where's the first box? Where's the first empty box? And what would you like me to put in it? Some clothes?
No,
Electronics you have?
no. I didn't say.
We can have you all packed up
I'm
within
not-
12 hours.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're going to Wisconsin.
No.
I hope you like it in your new home with Morgan Man.
You stop it.
But you didn't give him a no.
Oh,
And that's beautiful.
I don't want to make him upset.
What would make him upset?
Saying no.
Well, don't say no.
I didn't.
That's good.
Okay.
So you didn't get a no.
You didn't.
I'm
get
not sure what you got.
You didn't get a yes either.
Oh, she's going to keep you waiting.
It's an undetermined answer.
I see. She's not an easy one. You're going to have to woo her. You're going to have to do some special stuff for her. And maybe, just maybe, we can keep our fingers crossed. There's a way that you can get her the hell out of here.
Why are you crossing your
to
fingers?
your house in Wisconsin. What?
Why are you crossing your fingers?
Just good luck, right?
No, because then I'll be gone, and no one will be here to make you food and make you comfortable
No, Morgan Man, you'll be making him food.
for yourself.
I'll make my own food.
You can't cook.
Oh, shit. That's why they have Domino's.
That's going to get expensive.
All right, do you want to keep your proposal or should I take it back?
So I can view this anytime I want online.
Do you want to keep that I printed out or not?
I'll keep it.
Ah, see, she treasures her proposal. She does not want to part with it. She's going to look at it and she's going to carefully think about it. She's going to contemplate whether this is an offer that she wants to take you up on, Morgan Man. That's where this comes back into play again.
Why are you crossing your fingers?
No, it's not that. I don't actually want you to go away because, God forbid, it's quiet here and I don't get yelled at for anything.
You yell at yourself.
Sometimes. But I always have a good reason. But yeah, so see, you think you're not loved. You
No.
are.
No.
Morgan Man must love you.
People
You
don't.
don't ask to marry someone unless you love them.
That's not true. Plenty of people get married without even knowing the person. It's called arranged.
Not Morgan Man, no. I can just tell Morgan Man, he's more substance of that. He wants to marry somebody he actually has feelings for.
I don't know.
He would just not marry you out of nowhere because he's got nothing else to do.
What if he just has nothing else to do?
Oh, then he may marry you out of boredom. Okay. So, anyway, now that that's out of the way,
Right.
let's discuss something else which is confusing to me.
Oh, no.
Lisa and I were listening to music the other night.
Oh, yeah.
I just got to ask a simple question. There's a lot of people online who haven't heard music, which it seems impossible that they have not heard of certain songs. There's just certain songs in life that I find it unbelievable that somebody has never heard before because these songs were so popular, they were out for so long. How does a person not somewhere along the line be at a place where the song is playing?
Maybe it's
How have they not heard it on the radio somewhere? How have they not heard it from a friend?
Maybe they don't have a radio, they don't have friends, and
Maybe.
the song isn't playing where they've
So-
gone.
So the one that really surprised me when I played a little song called Stairway to Heaven. And Lisa proceeded to tell me, I've never heard this song.
It's nice, though.
It's nice, yeah, but how is it possible that in 50 plus years, you haven't even been alive that long, but I mean, I'm
That's
just talking about when the song was released. How is it possible
In the 50 plus years that I haven't heard it?
that you've never heard this song since you were a baby? How?
I didn't have a radio.
Some songs just suck, okay, and they're just one-hit wonders. You never hear the song again. If you hear it, you might hear it once or twice in passing, but it's not really a popular song. But Stairway to Heaven is an iconic song
So,
which every rock station in the nation plays probably more than any other classic rock song. How is there's no point in time where you heard this? How have you not heard Stairway to Heaven?
didn't have a radio growing up.
Okay, that's the first thing we can discuss. How is it you didn't have a radio growing up? Did you grow up in a prison?
No, we didn't have radio. We didn't have a radio. My dad had his own man cave where he had his equipment and stuff, radio and TVs.
But
and
every
stuff.
kid has their radio,
No.
their own radio.
No,
Why did your parents not let you have a radio?
they let me have paper and pen and pens.
Oh, so you could have read Stairway to Heaven. You could have read the lyrics, but
Well, no, there was no book that came in the house that had their lyrics. We had paper.
you're familiar, please, I haven't asked you this. Had you ever heard of Led Zeppelin?
only because my sister said it once or twice.
Because there was another song that I played you right after.
My sister used to blast it from her room.
Kashmir. Lisa heard Kashmir because I played that right
Because-
after the song she never heard before.
Because my sister-
Stairway to Heaven.
Because my sister blasted that from her room.
So
If I-
Kashmir you heard
Yep.
at some point.
Yeah, from my sister's room.
How is it possible that your sister never blasted Stairway to Heaven?
She didn't blast that. She never listened to that.
I just shake my head because that's honestly unbelievable to me.
And she would lock herself in her room, actually close the door and lock it, and blast music. And my dad and sometimes my mom would bang on the door and tell her to turn it down. There'd be a few times when she'd turn it up to to like just mess with them, and or she'd turn it off and say she was leaving anyway. And then my dad would say it's time for dinner. She goes, I'm leaving, I'm going on a road trip. And then she'd go with her friends. But beyond that, I didn't hear music, except for the stuff my dad would play when we went camping.
I just shake my head because it shocks the hell out of me. But on the other hand, a song that was probably not as popular. It's a good song, and everybody seems to like it that hears it. But, okay, this is what gets me. You had never heard Stairway to Heaven until 3 nights ago.
That's right.
But Lisa had heard Supertramp, the Logical song.
Yeah. My sister used to blast that too.
I don't understand.
It's illogical, illogical. Of course I heard that from my sister's room, not firsthand. I didn't get to
I don't
listen.
care where you heard it from.
But yeah.
You were able to hear the Logical song.
Yeah, from my sister. From her room, behind a closed locked door.
But your sister
Did not blast
did
Stairway
not
to Heaven.
play Stairway to Heaven.
So I didn't get to hear that.
Morgan Man, you might have to give Lisa some music lessons. Are you in for that if you marry her? Can you sit her down and play some music for her?
But I can play an instrument.
You can what?
I can play an instrument.
What, the saxophone in the Logical song?
Guitar.
And that's the funny thing about the Logical song. Because I'm playing the Logical song, and I have a version where it's just the vocal and the saxophone. And me and Lisa had a good laugh when we realized during one part of the Logical song, he counts at the end.
Yes.
But he doesn't count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The funny part is when he goes 1, 2, 3, 5. How do you totally skip over 4 and go to 5? When you hear the song, the music, it overpowers, I think, that lyric.
That's probably what it is.
Where you don't hear it as clear.
No. But then when...
But I was just listening to the vocal. I'm like, he just said 1, 2, 3, 5.
I remember.
1, 2, 3, 5.
What happened to 4?
I guess it's not logical to have 4.
It's not. I guess it's not. 4 goes right out the window when you get 5 there, the tickets place. But okay, so that's what I wanted to do with this show. I wanted to give you your proposal, and then I wanted to ask you how in the hell you've never heard of Stairway to Heaven.
Well, I already told you before
But you've heard the Logical.
But I already told you how before this. You already knew.
I couldn't believe it. I needed to hear it again.
Just all you have to do is ask me again.
I'm asking you. That's what I'm doing right now.
At that time.
No, I needed a few days to soak this up and realize my girlfriend's never heard a very common song that everybody else in the world has heard.
I'm sorry, but
What?
I never heard it.
I know. That's what shocked me. That's what I needed a few days to soak in.
Never heard the song.
Okay, now I got a question for you that I don't know.
It's a lot of questions that you
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
I'll admit there are a lot of things
You
about
don't know.
you I don't really understand.
No,
I
there's
don't
lots of
know.
things I think you just don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I don't know. I never claim to know everything. I don't know much at all, to be honest with you. I just surf through life not knowing every day. Every day for everybody, it's a learning experience. Right?
No,
Don't you learn something new every day?
no.
Oh. I want to ask you, what is your favorite song out of those two? What do you like better? Would it be Stairway to Heaven or the Logical song by Supertramp?
I guess the Logical song.
You like the Logical song better?
Yeah.
Why?
I just like how it sounds.
Oh, I like how it sounds too. It's a great song.
I mean, I like both of them, but out of the two, I like that one better.
And I discovered this stuff about Lisa not knowing certain songs because there's actually a series of videos online that people do. I guess there's a bunch of people like Lisa who haven't heard real common songs. And so it's called reaction videos. So if you type it into YouTube, you could probably type in just about any song and it'll be, the title of most of these videos is reaction video, first time hearing, then put the song title in, or reaction video, never heard of, and then put the song title in. And then you'll find a bunch of people who've never heard songs before, and you can watch their reactions as they listen to it for the first time. That's what I was watching when I discovered that Lisa had never heard of Stairway to Heaven. So apparently there's a lot of other people like you
Yeah, don't act shocked.
who just haven't heard very common
No.
songs. That surprised me. I'm not surprised anymore, okay?
Good. Now, when other songs come up that I haven't heard, I just don't know what they are. And I say, I never heard
Because you
of
didn't have
them.
a radio.
Well, I didn't. I didn't have one growing up.
You weren't abused, right? You weren't locked in a room where your parents just said, you just sit here and we'll slide the food under the door.
No.
You're not allowed to have a radio or TV.
No, it was a strict household.
You weren't sleeping on a metal slab. They gave you a bed and everything, right?
Yeah, I had a room.
You had a regular room with regular things in it.
Yeah.
Like a dresser.
A bed.
And a bed.
With a lamp
some
on it.
furniture.
Yep. I had a spot where I kept a book, I kept paper, pens, pencils. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have electronics really.
So you had a regular room, but God forbid, you have a radio.
No radio.
No radio.
No television. Not like now, where I have everything.
Well, yeah, your life growing up amazes me.
It's
It's just so different from everybody else.
Listen, my parents did not want me to, or my sister.
I know, they didn't want things to be a bad influence on
Yeah,
you.
they didn't
So
want
they
any-
only let you watch 2 TV channels.
Yeah, it was.
You could only
PBS.
watch public television.
That's it.
She could watch Channel 13, and she could watch...
13.
Oh, I'm thinking about New York. Their public television channel in New York City is 13.
13? Oh, okay.
Where you lived, it was 2. It was 2 and 44, right? So Lisa could watch the 2 public TV channels that she could receive, and they blocked out everything else. Your dad,
He took the button. off.
he didn't even change a setting in the TV. He literally took off the knob.
Yeah, he took all the knobs off. So the only way you could turn the TV on is if you plugged the plug into the wall.
That may be abuse.
Because there was no way to change the channel even after that, because the thing that the button came off of broke.
So he was so untrusting of you, he had to actually take
No.
the knob off and put it in his pocket, you're saying? This is great.
No.
This story gets better by the
No,
second.
it wasn't specifically about me. It's because my brother would change the channel, both of them.
How would they change the channel? He didn't take the knob off for them?
Before that. Then he decided to remove the knob because they weren't abiding by anything.
Okay, let me ask you, if the knob was still on your TV, would you have abided by it?
Yeah.
Oh, you would have?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have started, God forbid, switching the channels.
No, because that was against the rules. He said which channels that we were allowed to watch.
You lived in a very, very...
Strict.
Interesting. That's the word I was going to use. Interesting house.
Listen, I could draw anything I wanted. I could make anything I wanted.
Your dad did not take certain colored pencils away from you?
No, he gave me any color I want. He said, listen, draw whatever you want. Make whatever
You never heard
want.
your dad play Stairway to Heaven?
No, he locked himself in his man cave whenever he wanted to use his electronics.
He was afraid you would hear Stairway to Heaven?
I'm not sure he listened to that.
I want to know where you heard the Logical song.
From my sister. From
Oh,
her,
yeah,
From
that's
her
right, I
room.
forgot.
She would lock herself in her room with her own radio and blast all kinds of loud music, and to the point where my parents had to bang on her door to get her to turn it off or down, and then she sometimes would turn it up to make them angrier.
So one day she cranked up the Logical song.
Be very loud. She did that with a lot of different songs, but yeah. That's how I heard that song. And then she told my dad, she says, I was leaving anyway. And he says, it's time for dinner. And she says, I'm going out with my friends. And he says, all right, where? A road trip. And then he says, where? She goes, I don't know, maybe New York. She never knew where they were going to end up. And she would just go.
Very, very interesting things I'm learning about you.
But I already told you this.
I forgot a lot of it.
I don't know
So it's
why.
like I'm hearing it now for the first time.
I told you this when we first met.
I know. I'm telling you, I forgot about a lot of this. So it's like I'm hearing it, I'll repeat. I'm hearing it again for the first time.
Where has your memory gone?
That's what I wanted to ask you when you said you never heard of Led Zeppelin,
Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven.
No,
I'm like, she had to have heard that somewhere.
I haven't.
And just forgot.
No. Mm-mm. Music actually stays in my mind. It stays there.
Okay, so now we need to write a song about how Morgan Man wants to marry you, and that'll stick with you. You will not forget.
I don't need to.
Let's make a little song right now
No.
about Morgan Man asking you to marry him.
No.
You and I can write the lyrics. Put together a little ditty.
I will not do this.
Okay, well, thanks, Morgan Man. Thanks, Morgan Man, for being a fan, number one. Thanks, Morgan Man, for trying
To take me?
take Lisa and move her to the beautiful Wisconsin Dells.
The Wisconsin what?
Dells.
Dells?
I don't know. Isn't that Wisconsin Dells I've heard? I think it's like the very pristine country.
Oh. Like the farmer in the Dell?
Not sure. I know I've heard of Wisconsin Dells. But you could move there with Morgan Man, and he'll teach you every song that ever came out. You and him could sit in a room together and just listen to music.
I don't think he'll be listening to music if I'm in the room.
What are you going to be doing with Lisa, Morgan Man? Will the packing start tonight or tomorrow?
I never said yes.
But you never said no.
That's
We'll
true.
see you next time. Maybe we'll get an answer out of her.
Nope.
Stop being difficult.
Too late.
So let's just,
You don't know what to say, huh? Yeah, you're lost
I'm
for
at a
words.
loss for words. So according to the words, the lyrics of Supertramp, let's try to think logically as we head on out of here for another day. And we'll be back next time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you don't see me for a little while, it's okay. I'll be back at some point.
Because you're still Jay-Z crazy?
Because I'm still and will always be Jay-Z crazy.